Hi, my name's David Bennett. I've been working, as she said, I've been working in the visual effects industry for quite some time, and I started Mimic like 12 years ago after working on a lot of big hit movies like Avatar and stuff like that, and I was the facial motion capture manager on that team. And so I had a chance to work with a lot of great people. And about 12 years ago, I decided to start a company of my own to try to bring digital humans to a lot of new industries other than just film, and bring it to a large variety of different industries, such as like holograms, gaming, fashion, every kind of different area you can possibly imagine. We've seen different people use it in different ways, and we ended up creating about 500 different projects within this period of time. And one of the things we really focused on is creating really photorealistic digital humans. And there's some key technologies that we use for making, other than the software that we use, the hardware that we use is we have a state-of-the-art scanning studio that we made, that we can do body scans and facial scans, and these are very high-resolution scans that we use to build the characters from. And usually this is done with a lot of different celebrities and so forth, because if you're building a digital human of somebody that looks very photorealistic, it takes a lot of time. And we've had the pleasure, we also have a state-of-the-art motion capture system, right here shown on the right. This is when we were filming the Unreal 5 demo of The Matrix that was done. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's pretty impressive. And we also did some motion capture on the last Matrix movie as well. And we do motion capture for a lot of different projects. But yeah, these were some kind of exciting things that we do here at Mimic. And so what we're doing now is we're seeing a different kind of trend. We have worked on AI avatars in the past, but now with the event of ChatGPT and all of this AI hoo-ha that's happening this year, we're really kind of focusing on figuring out new ways of taking what we've done in the past and applying these digital humans into the future, and to create really immersive human-like expressions with the characters so that they can move, act, and feel like real humans that you're interacting with. And so now we're building a new brand called Pixel Thinkers to really create a way of making these digital humans and putting it under a completely different brand in which we can really focus on the issues that are coming out, and to build really photorealistic characters that feel like us. And so what's interesting is with these digital humans, powered chatbots, what that means is that in the future, they're really kind of cool because they can be available 24 hours a day, and able to do anything at any time, which at other times people might have to take a nap or something, or go home from work, and they're kind of scalable too, in the sense that once we build one, you can duplicate them, and everybody can kind of have like a personalized avatar to meet their needs. And they're very quick and responsive, and they can answer questions when you need them at the right specific time, and when you really need them most, which might be in the middle of the night. And and the great thing about them also is that they can be cost effective whenever you think about how you would scale them and bring them across many different areas, so that it's not necessarily just one character. You got them across many areas. And what's really great, I think, is through these avatars, we'll be able to create a much more a lot more engagement, because you're no longer just texting and searching and stuff like that. It's a real kind of human-like experience that will happen with these avatars. And yeah. And so one of the things that we're kind of looking at is like which industries are going to be using these avatars in the near future. And, you know, I think I'm going to cover 6 broad ones right now, but generally I think that there's a lot more scope than what actually is just these 6 that I'm going to talk about in the short term. I think that they're going to enter every aspect of our lives in the very, very near future, and it's going to be an interesting world to live in. And so some of the main areas I see that could be really hit by chatbots and transformations that could happen is, I think there could be chatbots that are used for customer service quite a bit. And what this will do is, you know, people will be able to you know, interact with this customer service representative and have really kind of tailored experiences based off their own needs, and be able to answer questions that really pertain to them, instead of, you know, searching and stuff like that in a different way. And also I think e-commerce is going to be huge, in the sense that whenever you know when you're on Facebook and you have these tailored ads, this is going to be a tailored kind of experience to you with a chatbot that understands your shopping preferences and understands the way you think, act, and emotionally feel towards different products, and be able to help you find what you're looking for. And I think with banking and finance, I think is another interesting area, because with banking and finance, I think that there's a real opportunity there. Like, for example, like if you're trying to, you know, figure out how to the taxes, or you need some sort of customer support, or you're going to the ATM, and there's an avatar that's speaking to you and can provide a whole list of services that are not necessarily able to be done in a little box, that whenever you take out your money, you'll be able to have a much more engaging kind of interaction and be able to get your banking done quite quickly. Also, I think healthcare is huge. I think there's a lot that can be done there, in the sense that you know, if you get sick in the middle of the night and you have to get to the hospital, you know, maybe, or you wonder if you need to go to the hospital, this avatar would be able to come on and talk to you and give you some recommendations about your own personal health. They'll understand your medical records, and they'll be able to not only give you immediate kind of direction of what you possibly should do, but also be able to you know, give you the kind of health needs, or give you the kind of help you need immediately. And I think that's really interesting if you're, you know, because the avatars themselves would have a much broader idea of the amount of information out there to give you very, very specific kind of feedback on, and understand your medical records. And education is interesting too, because, you know, imagine you would have a digital tutor for your child that could go ahead and train them in a way that you wouldn't be able to in a normal classroom, because the teacher, you know, is there a certain amount of time. This could help them after school. And it could also help free up parents to where they don't necessarily need to focus as much on their children's education, and give them 24 support to really be able to grow and learn at a much faster rate, and with the internet at its fingers. And also entertainment. I think this one's quite big, and this one I'm kind of specifically interested in, is I'm imagining a world where you're using your Google Home or Alexa, and you're having a digital human that interacts and understands your preferences. One that can communicate with you, be your friend, and understand your needs, and really kind of be customized to your specific perception and the way you deal with the world, and really engage with you in a way that technology can't at this point. And it would, I imagine it being understanding your emotional feelings, and being able to identify with you and give you psychological support when you need it as well, in a way that feels natural. And so right now, we're, you know, where we're going with all this is we're really focusing in on trying to create very photorealistic avatars that can emote with people, and have some sort of a level of emotional intelligence that can make you understand you, like I was saying before, and I think that we're going to see chatbots like this become they'll be very integrated into our smart devices, our Internet of Things, and they'll be able to collaborate with humans in a way that we haven't seen. And they'll really, the further and further this goes on, I think there'll be a deeper and deeper integration into all of our technology, every single place we go. So I think this is a bit futuristic, but this is what's happening, in my opinion. And what's the next slide? This is the slide earlier that should have been in there. Basically, this is the brand that we're building to answer all of these problems right now. It's Pixel Thinkers, and we're starting it today. It's actually getting launched now, and we're very excited about that. And we imagine these on mobile phones and being able to really transform the world out there. And there should be a video that plays about now. This is a little demo of what we think it will be like. Is there somebody that plays the video? No. Is there a video that can be played right now, possibly? Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, there was a great video that was kind of going to demonstrate where we saw this coming. It's not playing right now, but it was here. And this video was going to demonstrate how we thought if we did this properly, how immersive that a character could be. If you get a chance, I would advise you to take a chance and go to pixelthinkers.com and check it out after this speech, and you'll be able to see it on the website then. In general, that concludes my speech about digital humans, and I think that they're here to stay and are here to come, and this is probably going to be a reoccurring theme for the next several years. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
So great, we've got a few questions for you on Slido. So the first question is, why does an AI chatbot need a face when already we generally don't do video calls with customer service?
Well, I think that's something that's going to change in the very near future. We don't do video calls often, but it's more that this person is always available to you. And although we may not do video calls with customer service now, you really want to have I think there's something lacking in that experience when it's only text-based, that's void of really kind of, like a human type touch that we get when we talk to each other every single day. And that human touch really creates something that can go back and forth, and there's an emotional response within people that I feel more satisfied, at least personally. For example, if I go onto a Google Meet, I'm not the type of person to turn my video off. I want to engage with the person that I'm speaking to have a different kind of experience.
Great, and I think that leads very nicely into the next question, and I'm really eager to hear your answer. It seems like these AI faces would entice emotions and empathy. How far are we in using these AI humans to actually helping people in showing empathy?
Yeah, it is a bit futuristic, I will admit. I think that, from my calculations, I think probably by the end of the year, you're going to really start to see these come out quite a bit. I think there's a lot of research going on in this, and we have already done this in the past, but like, for example, we worked with a lot of digital humans, even Sophia the robot, we built we worked on that one as well, and I think it's something that's going to start to emerge this year, not only because of what we're seeing, what we're trying to do with pixel thinkers, but also within the more just we get a lot of leads through Mimic Productions, and we're like every single day, this has become a more and more topic of more and more people wanting to create these chatbots. Even though it's a little bit futuristic, it's starting to happen. And by the end of 2024, I think they'll be quite widespread in Facebook and all kinds of different areas.
So I would love to have all these questions answered, but I can only take one more, which has been upvoted 3 times. I think there are scenes that could be done with cartoon characters, not necessarily realistic avatars.
Yes.
Like education, is your clientele different from there?
Yeah, we're doing stuff with cartoon characters right now. And I think that's actually a better place to start, because if you're not familiar with the uncanny valley, what it means is the closer you get to human, the more kind of awkward the experience becomes. So with cartoons, it really gives it's a more playful way of doing it, and we don't get so caught up of whether this really looks human. The cartoon aspect of it can really be a lot more forgiving in the way that we interpret the emotions and the way that the character reads. For example, if you Mickey Mouse kind of communicates to everybody, and although it doesn't look real, it really feels like a really unique and real experience, and it's a little bit more forgiving with whether it looks and acts exactly like us.
Amazing. Thank you so much, David.
All right. Thank you.